It's Botanical Brian here at Colonial Gardens. You know, I love watching the birds, and I also love gardening for our feathered friends. And gardening for birds is a great hobby, and it's enjoyed by all ages and all backgrounds. It's also an important hobby. Suitable habitat for birds is dwindling every day. Urban areas are expanding constantly and destroying natural areas. And in the United States, more than 45 million acres is covered in lawn, and we're adding 500 square miles of turf grass every year. By dedicating parts of your yard to a wildlife habitat, you'll be making a lasting difference in our world. When you create a wildlife habitat, the birds will reward you by eating insects and garden pests like mosquitoes and flies and caterpillars. As they carry out these important tasks, they will grace your yard with their beauty and song. Creating a habitat for birds is easy. Birds require the same thing that we do. Birds need water, food, and cover in a place to raise their young. And doing a mix of deciduous and evergreen trees and shrubs will give birds just the cover that they need to nest in your yard. In this display, we have a mix of spruce, crabapple, and holly. These plants provide a perfect nesting spot for birds and offer them protection that they need from the elements and their predators. Adding water to the landscape will increase the frequency and variety of birds that visit your landscape. Birds need water every day for the upkeep of their feathers so they can fly and so they will keep insulated from the cold. A simple bird bath is a great start. Make sure to change your water in your bird bath every 3 to 5 days, especially when the temperatures are high. Clean your bird bath weekly with a stiff scrub brush and a mixture of 1 part vinegar and 9 parts water. You can use a bird bath heater to keep the water from freezing during the winter months. If you're using a garden pond or a fountain, make sure that it's not too deep. Birds are wary of water that's more than 2 or 3 inches deep. Birds prefer a wide variety of food, and so if you mix up things like plants that produce seed and berries, you'll really increase the amount of birds that are in your yard. This is winterberry holly, and look at the beautiful berries on that thing. It is great for the birds for the winter time. The berries mature in the winter time when the birds really need that food. Also, offering seed and fruit and nuts to birds is a great way to increase the amount of birds that visit your yard. Let's look at a few of our feeders. This is a thistle feeder, and thistle is best for small birds like finches and buntings. Only small birds can get their beaks inside there to get that. Over here, we have a feeder that has a variety of seed in it. So this has fruit and nuts. It also has insects in it. You can see actually some of the insects sticking out right there. And birds love, that's a real treat for the birds to have the fruit, nuts, and insects all in the same batch. Over here we have a suet feeder. Suet is a great source of fat, calories, and protein. That is so important for birds during the winter months when they're really starting to need it. Up here we have a really cool feeder. It has suet on both sides, and in the middle I'm feeding a mix of different nuts and some black sunflower seed and a few other varieties of fruit in there as well. And then down here, way back in the back, that is insects, that's mealworms. So that is a great treat for bluebirds and cardinals and all those insect-eating birds. As you can see, we've got our bird feeders sitting in front of this big plate glass window. Bird feeders are a great way to bring the birds closer to windows or seating areas, so you get some really great viewing opportunities and opportunities for pictures. So let's go inside and check out our inside birding area. As you can see, we have a great selection of seed and a lot of it. We also have all kinds of other birding utilities, houses, and seed, and feeders, so you can attract any type of bird that you're interested in, even hummingbirds. And then over here, we even have owl houses and bat houses. And they eat a lot of insects. They're great to have in your yard. So if you're interested in learning more about creating a wildlife habitat or just feeding the birds, come on in and see me at Colonial Gardens or check out our website at colonialgardenskc.com. Hope to see you soon.